Hi, everyone. Welcome to English with Caitlin, an English listening podcast. Today's episode's title, At the Airport. Let's get started. Today's episode is about going to the airport. Have you been to an airport before? Whether it's a small airport or a big airport, it can be stressful, especially big airports. Big airports can be very overwhelming. Overwhelming is when something is too much and you don't know what to do. It can be too big, too strong, or too many things at once. And it makes you feel stressed or powerless. For example, if you have too much to do at work, you might say, this is overwhelming. So, what is first? Well, before you go to the airport, you need your flight ticket, yes. Thankfully, you can easily buy a ticket online. That is the very first step. If you are going to a different country, you will need your passport. A passport is a small book with your photo and information. It tells other countries who you are. Some countries also need a visa. What is a visa? A visa is a stamp or paper in your passport. With a visa, you can enter and stay in a different country. Some visas are for work, some are for travel, and some are for studying. Search online before you go to a new country. You might need to prepare a visa, and some visas take time. I have a friend who is South Korean. He tried to go to the United States. He thought he didn't need a visa. He thought he only needed to show his passport. He was wrong. He had a flight ticket and a hotel and everything ready, but he did not have a visa. He could not go. I have another friend who is from the United States. She tried to go to Vietnam without a visa. They would not let her go. So check online to see if you need to prepare a visa. Most visas can be done online. You give your information, name, phone number, where you live, and you pay a small fee. Pay a little bit of money, and then you wait. It can take one day or it can take a few months. So be smart, do it early. Ticket is bought, passport and visa are ready. What is next? Packing. You need to pack your bags for your trip. But before you start, it's a good idea to check your airline's website. Every airline is different. How many bags can you bring? How heavy can the bags be? Are the bags free? Or do you need to pay money for them? It is good to check these things before you go to the airport, then you won't have any problems. There are 3 different kinds of bags when you fly: a carry on bag, a personal item, and a checked bag. A carry on bag can be a small suitcase or a backpack. You can take it with you on the plane. It goes in the overhead bin above your seat. How about a personal item? It is smaller than a carry on. You keep it under the seat in front of you on the airplane. A purse, a laptop bag, or a small backpack can be a personal item. A checked bag is the largest of the 3. You give it to the airline at the airport when you go to the check-in counter. You get it back when the plane lands. A large suitcase would be a checked bag. Ticket is ready, passport is ready, visa is ready, bags are packed. Now, let's go to the airport. At the airport, this is very important. Look at the time of your flight. Go to the airport early. This is extra important if the airport is new to you. People say you should go to the airport 3 hours before an international flight, a flight to another country. When you get to the airport, look for your airline. A small airport might have only one or two airlines, but a big airport has many airlines. Big airports also have different terminals, different parts of the airport. So get to the airport early to find out where you need to go. Find your airline and go to the check in counter. Show your passport, have your bags ready. If you have a checked bag, the worker will take the checked bag. They will check the weight of the bag. If the bag is too heavy, you might need to pay extra money. The worker will ask, "How many bags are you checking today?" They will check the weight of your bag and may say, "Can you place your bag on the scale, please?" They need to see how heavy the bag is. They will also ask about what is inside the bag. For example, do you have any firearms or ammunition in your checked bag? Firearms means a gun, ammunition means bullets. The worker might also ask, do you have any electronics, batteries, or power banks in your checked bag? If you have a laptop, a phone, or something like that, they want to know. When the bag is checked, the worker will then give you a boarding pass. This paper will have your gate, where your airplane will be, and your seat on the airplane. Next, go to the security check. There will be signs, or you can ask, where is the security check? You will show your passport and your boarding pass. There are usually long lines, yes. The security check can take a long time. Follow the people in front of you. You will see plastic bins. Put your things in the bins, your bag, phone, and laptop. You may need to take off your belt, shoes, and jacket. Then stand in line for the scanner. Go through the scanner when the worker tells you. After that, take all your things, your bag, jacket, phone, and everything. In some countries, you will go through passport control right after the security check. Show your passport to the officer. They will check it and maybe ask you a few questions. In the United States, they have passport control, also called immigration, when you arrive there. It is the first thing you do when you arrive. So have your visa and passport and information ready. If you go to the United States, it would be so sad to take a long, long flight and not be able to enter the country. After the security check and after the passport control, find your gate. The gate is where your airplane will be. If you are early, the gate number might not be on your boarding pass. That's no problem. Look at the departure screen to find your gate number. Departures means to depart, to leave, to go. Look for signs and you can easily find your gate. Walk to your gate and wait for your flight. When it is time to board, boarding time, listen for your group to be called and line up. The group number is on your boarding pass. Show your boarding pass and passport to the worker, get on the plane, and find your seat. Yes, going to the airport can be stressful. Just remember to check online the rules of your airline. And remember to get to the airport early. Now let's listen to some common phrases that you will hear at the airport. Okay, common phrases. passport control, immigration, it can be overwhelming. So have your visa and passport ready. They will usually ask you, what is the purpose of your trip? How long will you stay? Do you have a return ticket? How long will you stay? This means how many days will you be there? For how long? 1 week, 2 weeks? Do you have a return ticket? This means, do you have a flight ticket to go back to your country? What is the purpose of your trip? What is the purpose of your visit? So, why are you there? Is it for travel? Is it for studying? Is it for work? You can answer, oh, I'm here for travel. I'm here for work. Like this. Let's listen.
What is the purpose of your trip, please?
What is the purpose of your trip, please? They may ask business or pleasure. Business means you are there for work or study. Pleasure means you are there for travel or vacation. Let's listen.
What is the purpose of your visit, business or pleasure?
What is the purpose of your visit, business or pleasure? Security check can also be stressful. There can be long lines and people worried about missing their flights. The workers might seem angry too. But don't worry, get everything ready quickly and there will be no problems. Put your bags and items into the plastic bins. Follow the people in front of you and everything will be just fine.
It's everything in the bins.
Everything in the bins. So put all of your items in the bins.
Laptop in a separate bin.
Laptop in a separate bin. If you have a laptop, you must put it in a separate bin, a bin by itself. Nothing else should be in the bin, only the laptop. Lastly, boarding time. Boarding is when you get on the airplane. At your gate, you will first hear something like, "It's time to start pre-boarding." Let's listen.
Would like to start pre-boarding.
I'd like to start pre-boarding. When you fly on a plane, people get on the plane in groups or turns. Pre-boarding is the first group to get on. Pre-boarding is usually for people who need extra help, like people in wheelchairs.
Okay, we're finally going to start with pre-boarding.
Okay, we're finally going to start with pre-boarding. Pre-boarding is also for people with small children or babies, and also for some special passengers like soldiers or airline members.
And we would like to begin pre-boarding.
And we would like to begin pre-boarding. I know this was a lot of information today. I hope that this video will be useful for when you go to the airport. I will make a separate video about being on the airplane, but that is all for today's episode. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.